everyone, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 16 from Healing Good PreCure. Well, let me just start this by saying that we were expecting a cameo from Doremi, from Ojamajo Doremi, that was announced on Twitter. It was just a poster. God. Okay, so what happened was that earlier today, it's Saturday for me, is June 18. It was announced on the official Ojamajo Doremi Twitter that we were going to have some sort of appearance of one of the witch apprentices in Healing Good PreCure. What happened was that we did have a cameo of a poster of the Ojamajo Doremi movie. And that's it. I mean, we got our hopes up for... I was not expecting much, honestly. But at the same time, I was expecting something, you know? That tweet made me excited for something. And, well, the poster was definitely not what I was expecting. I was expecting something a little more. But anyways, let's talk about this episode. I don't think I have much to say about it. The first thing I need to say is that this episode was the ugliest episode from Healing Good so far in terms of drawings. It was really, really bad. Like, I don't think that there is a beautiful shot from this episode, apart from one scene in which they were looking at the tree. The camera was focused on the girls and they were looking at the tree, and there was this big shadow of the tree. It was painted so beautifully. The green was so beautiful. It felt like it was paint, you know, it was very, very beautiful at that moment. That's it. And the plot of the episode as well, I think it was very, very boring. And I know, I understand that they were trying to do kind of like a friendship thing for the three girls. And at some point, I think it worked in like, okay, I was genuinely happy for Nodoka that she was able to, you know, vow their friendships on that tree. I was happy for her, but ultimately, I didn't care about those three people that vowed way back then, and I think that the episode didn't care about them as well. I don't know. I just feel like this episode really lacked substance. But there were some interesting things about this. The first one is that, okay, we had the trio that vowed way back then, like 50 years ago or something, and I really liked their style when they appeared, their costumes and everything. It was very nice. Then when they decided to, you know, search for what was going on and try to understand things better, they went to a cafe that they used to go, and they met two of the three. And the show itself didn't give us much onto what happened, but Chiyu was the one, and that's something I'm really liking about this, is that last episode, episode 15, Chiyu had one of the lines that she really noticed what was going on between Nodoka and Nabedin. She noticed why Nabedin was angry at Nodoka. She was the one to notice that. And she was the only one that actually talked about it. She was the one that was out of the situation and noticed it. And in this episode, it happened again. And I think that they're doing it on purpose because that's part of who Chiyu is. She's able to notice those little nuances and details of our relationships and our, you know, she's very good at this. She is very good at this. So what happened was we had two of the three people, one man and a woman, and Chiyu quickly noticed that both of them were wearing a ring. So they're a couple, they're married, and that's probably what started the fight between the three of them. Because, yeah, it's kind of strange. Like, if you think about it, the trio would have been broken if two of them became a couple, I think. Well, yeah, and I do understand why that would kind of be a problem between the three of them. But that's definitely not the point of the episode. I just wanted to mention this because I thought it was very nice that Chiyu was the one that looked, and she didn't say anything to the other girls, but she looked at it and she, you know, she understood it. She didn't have to say a word, she understood it. And then the girls worked on to create a festival so that the three of them could go there together and meet again. Well, okay. I think that the nice thing about that was the fact that the girls were able to make their vows, even if the tree was already dead, even if the tree was, you know, not there anymore. And another thing that was nice was the fact that they were able to talk to the element before the element was spoiled. by the villain. And the dynamic they created with the element itself was kind of interesting and a little different from what we've seen from Healing Good so far. And the girls being able to vow their friendships there was also very beautiful. And I think that one of the reasons why Nodoka was so willing to help the other three was that she was afraid herself that she would lose her friends as well one day, and that felt very sad for her. And it's understandable for Nodoka to feel that way, since she is someone who is who never really had time and opportunities to connect with friends like she is having now. We understand that, and that was a very nice thing. That was a very nice part of her personality, I think, and it worked for her very well. But this episode was saved by the king, Batete Moda. Batete Moda rapping with the other three, and you know, Batete Moda had rapping, and the other three were like, what is he doing? Come on. That was so great. And well, he was all happy and rapping and such. He was such a king there, making his moves and making his words. And the other were like, stop this. And he was like, okay, you only live once. Let me do this. I get you, but Moda, you can do this how many times you want. Oh my God, that was so fun. And let me just give one thing. Let me just say one thing. When we saw the preview from this episode, there was a scene that there was the tree, like the folder of the tree, and then we saw a shadow coming up. I thought it was Nyatoren, but it wasn't. It was Batete Moda. It was Batete Moda. And Batete Moda was the villain of this episode. The king. Like everything, every good thing that happened in this episode was because of him. His raps. And when he attacked, he was still rapping. And the monster, the Mega Biogen, was also rapping together with him. How cool can that be? Oh my God, I loved that so much. And then we had the fight, which was not exciting as well. Even though, like, this fight reminded me of Mahotsukai PreCure when they used the Ruby style, the Ruby form. They always felt like this. They held things. That was the only thing they did. And that's what they did in this episode as well. And honestly, girl, we want to see something more. And at least they kicked. And at that time, that Cure Grace escaped it, like doing like this. Oh God, work, girl. I loved seeing that. I was expecting to see the new bottle, but it didn't appear. By the way, at the start of the episode, we were able to see a scene with the bottles. They are arranged in a strange way. The green bottle, the leaf bottle, is in the second row together with one of the Nodoka bottles, and there are 3 bottles in the second row, but there's a space for another one there. What is going on? Aren't there only 9 bottles, or are there 12 bottles in this first row? I forgot. I think it's 9, right? What's happening? Maybe they're gonna collect the Cure Earth bottles before Cure Earth appears. I have no idea. But Batete Moda saved this episode. He rapped. And then when he got defeated, he rapped again, and he went away all angry because he was tired of rapping. He was tired of rapping. And yeah, that's it. And at the last scene of the episode was also nice. I think that they were calling for the element, but the element wasn't there anymore because of the Mega Byogen's actions. And the element was still there, but in another form. It's like nature recycles itself, and nature is always healing itself if you let it heal, if it's natural, right? I mean, nature can heal, but the way things are going in the world right now, nature won't heal itself. It won't have time, it won't have opportunities to heal itself hard, right? Anyways, episode 16 was kind of a letdown to me. I didn't really enjoy it. I think it brings something at least. I mean, the friendship is more solidified between the girls, but I think that's it. I felt like this episode didn't have soul. It really lacked something. I think it lacked substance. I didn't enjoy it as much as the others, especially after episode 15, which was very good. And also, episode 15 was the most beautiful episode. And then we have episode 16, which was the ugliest episode. So yeah, but Tete Moda, thank you for saving this episode. Thank you for saving this episode. And what a letdown it was, the poster from Doremi. I mean, this is a big example of not getting our hopes up. Let's not get our hopes up. Let's keep it down. Let's tone it down, because that's what happens when we expect for something and it doesn't happen the way we think it's going to happen. Anyways, that was my view on episode 16. Please leave a comment with yours. Let's keep talking in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.